Hari Om. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunattu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudev Vasutam Devam Kamsa Chanunamardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupa Tamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Yesterday we were seeing shloka number 12. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat Jnanadhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagah tyagat shantiranantaram. Didn't have time to go through the shloka in detail. It's a very important shloka. So this shloka over here says, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. So when we say abhyas, what is abhyas? It is knowledge less meditation. Remember, we have seen what abhyas is in the fourth type of devotee, and again and again and again getting into the upasana mode. The outside upasana has to turn into the inside upasana of the worship of this Lord within. Remember, this is bhakti. Bhakti is a transformation. I had talked about our own inner equipment. So when we meditate, but when our mind is in all different directions, we may be seated in front of Bhagavan, but if the mind is in all different places, then that's not quite meditation. So, Shreyo hi jnanam. Jnanam is meditation less knowledge. We have acquired knowledge, but we have not put it into practice. I know the recipe of baking the cake, but have you baked the cake? No. So if we have not baked the cake, what good is the knowledge of knowing how to bake the cake? But on the other hand, somebody may have baked a cake 1,000 times and they don't require recipe. In fact, they can create their own recipes because they are so dexterous. They don't need to look at a paper or anything. They know the ingredients and they can even fiddle around with it and create some more. So over here, knowledge is meant over here, knowledge without practice. That is what is implied over here. Okay. So knowledge, shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. Now, jnana dhyanam vishishyate. Knowledge is there, but no application. So meditation is the application of the knowledge. When we acquire knowledge and when we sit down, then when the Upanishad says achintyam, avyaktam, ananta rupam, I talked about it. You know, avyaktam, achintyam, aprameyam. So in our seat of meditation, we walk through these laudable ideas presented from the Upanishadic words, mantras, and aphorisms when it is said Tattvam Asi. So that Bhagavan, devoid of the upadhi of the samashti, and Tvam, me, devoid with the upadhi of vyashti, the essence of Bhagavan and the essence of me, which is the Chit Chaitanya, is one and the same. And we meditate upon such ideas. So meditation is far more superior than knowledge. That is what is said, Jnanat Dhyanam Vishishyate. So this is which type of Jnanam? Dhyanam, Jnana Purvak Dhyanam. In meditation, we are employing this knowledge we have acquired. But if somebody has just done the book study of Bhagavad Gita, oh, I know whole Bhagavad Gita. But how much of this Bhagavad Gita are you practicing? That's why Jnanat Dhyanam Vishishyate. And Dhyanat Karma Phalatyagaha. Karma Phalatyagaha. Greater than meditation is the giving up of the fruits of action. That is a big achievement. Even though in Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma, we say, I'm giving up the fruits of action. But even if we can acquire the dexterity of Nishkama Karma Yoga, oh Lord, for you I'm doing. And I expect nothing in return. When we say that I want nothing in return, and whatever Ishwar you are giving me is your prasad, and not just some lip service, but truly basking in the joy of whatever Ishwar gives, and completely surrendered to Bhagavan. That is why Bhagavan says karma phala tyaga is great. You may acquire the pinnacles of meditation, but to reach that high in meditation, if we have little desires pricking us, it will bring us down from meditation. What pulls us down from meditation is our attachment, our desires. And all of these things, our attachment, our anxieties, our worries, all these things pull us down from meditation, and they do not allow us to stay in the meditation. So Bhagavan is saying to stay over there, what is required is the renunciation of the fruits of action, which is great. For a sannyasi, it is sarva karma sannyas. They are supposed to give up the ownership of all actions. But for a ajnani, it is karma phala tyag, not karma. For ajnani, karma goes on. But for a jnani, he says karma, he's not doing it. Prakrute kriyamanani. Gunai karmani sarvashaha. Ahankariti mudhatma. Karta ahamiti manyate. So the knower of truth never says I am doing it, because Prakriti is doing it. So for a sannyasi, it is sarva karma sannyas, giving up all actions. And that's why in sannyas, we have to even remove the sacred thread, because the sacred thread is a promise that I will keep up with the Vedic injunctions of doing all the karmas talked about in Vedas, the 99.999% of the karma kand. A sannyasi gives that up for 0.00111% of the Vedas of vichar, Atma Vichar, bas. So that's why Bhagavan is saying, Dhyanat karma phala tyaga. Then meditation, what is superior is the giving up of all the fruits of actions. That will ensure that the meditator will stay over there. And for the one who has not realized and just learning the nuances of spirituality and learning, oh Lord, I'm giving up these fruits of action. For him, what is the direct fruit of it? Tyagat shantiranantaram. The person feels happy. Sannyasi's joy comes from Atma Vichar. And for an Ajnani's joy comes from giving up the fruits of actions. You see that? Thus, for an Ajnani, he still has to go in sadhana to derive joy out of from within. His joy, for an Ajnani, the joy comes from the external renunciation of the fruits of action. But for a sannyasi, the joy is from the equipment which has given up karma, but the equipment which is now going in search of Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. In that Shivoham is where the joy comes. Sannyasi's joy is from inside out. Ajnani's joy is from outside in. That is what is said over here if we try to understand this. And Bhagavan is over here. Arjuna's question was, who is better, Nirguna Upasak or Saguna Upasak? Indirectly, Bhagavan has answered, they are both amazing. If an Ajnani can give up Sarva Karma Phala Tyag, he will find peace. And if a sannyasi, after Sarva Karma Sannyas, if the mind dwells in Nirguna, that joy also gives the same Shanti. See how beautifully Bhagavan has given the answer that for a Saguna Upasak, it is Sarva Karma Phala Tyaga. For a Nirguna Upasak, it is Sarva Karma Sannyas Tadantara Dhyanam. And that Dhyanam positively, when unites the Jiva to the Paramatma, there is an over exuberance of a rush of pure bliss, not even joy. So they are both happy. Ajnani is happy from giving, like I'm saying, the Salvation Army guy who rings the bell and says during Christmas season, please give, please give. And we are in fact going in the store to get more. And while leaving, a lot of people look at it, kya ye aa gaya, isko dena padega abhi. But if we give with open heart to even that person, then what we are walking away with, the tangible objects, even those will produce a whole lot more joy, because it is not what we hold on to, but it is what we are capable of giving away. That is where joy resides. The little child, when it is born, the hands are like this. It desperately holds on to the mother's finger, the mother's hair, the eyeglasses. The child wants to hold. Security. It is the nature's reflex. And our education is to open that up. We are born with tight fists, but spirituality opens them up. That is joy. Okay, so this is the entire Atma Katha of Saguna and Nirguna Upasak. What a beautiful way Bhagavan is teaching over here. This ends the discussion of devotees. If you have kamana, no problem. If you have desires, no problem. Act upon desires, pray to Bhagavan, oh Lord, I have these desires. Please help me achieve. No problem. So, sakama karmi, have desires, no problem. Slowly we graduate to nishkama karma yogi. So, sakama karma yogi, nishkam karma yogi. Then, अरे भगवान ने तो बहुत कुछ दे दिया. Lord has given so much. Now we go in search of the Lord. So, our own Ishta Devata Upasana, little bit of worship and meditation upon that Lord. But every time we will not succeed in meditation because we lack knowledge. Knowledge is not there. So if we supplement with knowledge, our upasana will become better and better. If we listen to Ramayana, then our meditation on Lord Rama, of course, improves. If we listen to Bhagavatam, our meditation on Bhagavan Krishna improves. Shiva Puran, then Lord Shiva's meditation improves. So, Ishta Devata Upasana, one deity. From there, now I extend to the world. This whole world is nothing but Bhagavan. The five elements are not some dead elements. These space, air, fire, water, and earth, Bhagavan himself in 7th chapter has said, I am all these things. It's my lower nature. So now we appreciate the lower nature and we meditate upon it, and we keep on preparing ourselves for the fifth. And the fifth is knowledge. When one fine day we find a teacher and we sit down and listen to Upanishads and Gita, and then we realize, what all I have done and where I need to go. Now the road is clear. So five different bhaktas Bhagavan has talked about. So the culmination is this knowledge. And when the knowledge culminates, what is the behavior of that person? Now from 13 to 19, it is just commentary on the fifth type of bhakta. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukhakshami. So over here, Adveshta sarvabhutanam, the one who sees Lord everywhere, who will he hate? Who will this person hate? So no enmity towards the beings over here. Adveshta sarva bhutana. And there is not one negative thing mentioned over here. All positive qualities are talked about. That is the beauty of Bhagavan over here, because he's inspiring, not hating anybody in this vast fabric of creation. Maitra, the person becomes a friend. In fact, when we take sannyas, these are the vows we have to take. I have to take a vow of abhayata. I should not be able to, strike a fear in someone and hate someone, be friendly towards. See, this is a tall order. Because a fifth type of devotee, we have to rise up to over there. So in all these vows have to be taken, so that we unfold properly. Maitraha, such a person is a friend of all, well-wisher of all. Karunaye vacha. And naturally, if we love everyone, and if somebody does something wrong, karuna, compassionate towards the world of people. Nirmama, the assertion that this is mine, this is yours, this is ours, creating boundaries. Mamatva is what creates boundaries, drawing the rekha between me and you. It is ego which draws that, Lakshman ji had drawn this Lakshman rekha to protect Sita ji. So that's a boundary. You cross that boundary and we lose the protection. So over here, dissolving the boundary between us and the world. That is nirmamatva. Nirahankaraha. Same thing in a very different way. Mamakar is the possessiveness of the ego, and ahankar is the ownership which refuses to relinquish the ownership over it. So this nirahankaraha, giving up the individuality, is ahankar. Samadukhaha, in sama dukkha sukhaha, in joy and sorrow, we realize that we've come over here with so much baggage of vasanas, and necessarily the jiva has to go through various things. Ups and downs are there in not just our lives, it is there in everybody's lives. And that understanding allows us to navigate through thick and thin of life and dissolving this sukha and dukkha. So why are these qualities mentioned? These qualities are mentioned because we can positively work on these qualities. But over here, Bhagavan says that these are the qualities which are born effortlessly in a man of wisdom. So, Siddhasya lakshanani sadhakasya sadhanani. The lakshanas of the Siddha Purusha becomes the spiritual practices for the spiritual aspirant to rise on this ladder of yoga. So, samadukha sukha kshami. And the last one is kshama, giving forgiveness to people. Santushta satatam yogi yatatma druda nishchayaha mayyar pitamano buddhihi yo madbhakta same priyaha. So Bhagavan says, so 7 values were enumerated in the 13th shloka. Now there are 5 more additional values in 14th. Santushtaha, the one who has cultivated contentment. See, if we don't cultivate contentment, we will never ever be happy with what the world delivers to us. We will always be a beggar for more and more and more. It's okay to beg in the initial stages of spirituality. But as we grow in our spirituality, we should go to Bhagavan. Oh Lord, give me knowledge, give me wisdom, give me bhakti, give me surrender. Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa used to ask Vivekanandji, go over there and ask mother for money. He would go over there determined to ask Mother Kali for money. He would come back and say, what did you ask? I asked mother, give me knowledge, give me wisdom. Didn't you ask for money? Oh no, I forgot. Go again. Now you imagine, without even Vivekanandji becoming Vivekananda, even at that point in time, he was already a bhakta. He couldn't ask mother for monetary gains. His guru is asking him, go, ask. He couldn't. He was not the first level. He was beyond the second level. He is the third, at least third level. When he goes to in front of mother, he's one with mother. So santushti has to be cultivated. Then satatam yogi, ever steadfast in meditation. This is a person who lives in awareness. The dweller of awareness never misses a step. Satatam yogi, always, in all conditions, in all places, a person dwells in God consciousness, in awareness. Even if it has to be invoked, if it is not sahaj, even if it is a mental and the intellectual exercise of invoking a mantra, invoking Bhagavan, satatam yogi, the spiritual aspirant tries for this. But for the Siddha Purusha, is ever a yogi. Yatatma, the one who is self-controlled. Like Hanumanji knows exactly what to say, where to say, who to say, how to say. Oh ho ho. Mitabhashi, he is known as Hanumanji. So, like that, Yatatma, self-control. All senses under full control of a watchful eye of the trained intellect in knowledge. Drudha the person is firm in conviction of the goal and the means. This is a conviction. They are convinced about the goal. Nobody can derail them about the goal. They may come and say, hey, what is your teacher teaching? I will teach you something better. Come. No. The goal and the means are firm. That is called Drudha Nishchaya. That is a bhakta. Nobody can deviate this person away from their goal of meeting their Bhagavan. Drudha Nishchaya. Mai arpita mano buddhihi. Why is the Drudha Nishchaya? Because the mana and buddhi are delivered to Bhagavan. It is a prerequisite to be on this means to reach the goal of dissolving the equipment of mind and intellect. So if the goal demands that we give up our ownership over the equipment, then the bhakta is willing to give that up even in the beginning. He said, take it, Lord, take it, take it. This is mayarpita manobuddhihi. And Bhagavan says, yaha mad bhaktaha same priyaha. This devotee of mine is most dear to me because he and I are one. There is no distinction. It's a unique chapter on bhakti because Bhagavan puts the weight on our shoulders. We have to cultivate that bhakti. Reading these 20 shlokas, apne aap to bhakti devi aane wali nahi hai. We have to work. She's the most divine maiden. Devotion. And a lot has to be surrendered to give that up. Na karmana, na prajaya, tyage na eke na amrutatvamanashuhu. The tyag of all, whatever is the most dear to us, our mind, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, it is the most closest to us. In fact, we want to put copyrights on all our thoughts. And we like to think that my thoughts are the most unique. Nobody has thought, Arey, all thoughts are Uchishta. Ved Vyas Maharshi Ji has touched all thoughts. If we think it is unique, just open Mahabharata, you will find somebody thinking like us. So we should never ever bloat ourselves that I'm intelligent, that I have unique thoughts, I have unique emotions. Surrender the equipment. Mayarpita mano buddhi. For when that happens, Bhagavan is closest to us. Yasmat no dvijate lokaha, lokan no dvijate chayaha, harsha marsha bhayo dvegaihi, mukto yassacha me priyaha. So Bhagavan says, Yasmat na udvijat, udvijate lokaha. Bhagavan says, he by whom the world is not agitated. His presence does not agitate the world. And lokan no dvijate chayaha. And lokan, this world is not capable of agitating the bhakta. Actually, we have to supplement in this world khala jananam, the dushta jananam. Only, the evil people and the ones who do bad things, they are the ones who ruffle up our inner thoughts and feelings. But a bhakta is such that he sees this is also part of the vast fabric of creation. This dushta person, khalajana, they are also part of the same maya. How can I like this person but hate this person? Gnani accepts unconditionally all types of people. But the gnani internally bows down to a noble person. Unconditional acceptance is there, but reverence is towards dharma. Because the gnani realize the means to my Lord is dharma. So another person who walks the path of dharma, he internally, mentally salutes such a person. These are the qualities of a bhakta, a gnani, a devotee. All these, a yogi. So over here, harsha, amarsha, bhaya, udvegaihi muktaha. The person is free. Free from what? Is free from joy, envy, fear, anxiety, all these things. Harsha, joy. Amarsha, over here, envy. Then bhaya, fear. And udvega, agitations. All different agitations or anxieties. He's free from all these things. The antakarana, basically, the antakarana of the bhakta does not conform to any of these things. The antakarana of a gnani, of a bhakta, is dissolved. As much antakarana required to transact in the world, that alone remains. Like the 1/16th moon on the head of Lord Shiva. That's more than enough. So such a yogi, bhakta, gnani has given up all types of joy, meaning, joy born out of matter. Because Bhagavan calls matter his lower prakriti. But the gnani and the bhakta has tasted the higher joy. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Anandam Brahma. Anandam is what they have tasted. So then the little joy born out of, चलो आम खा ली, आहा क्या बढ़िया आम थी, फेंको और क्या, अभी तो छिलका और गुठली रही शेष बच गई है, वो भी खाने वाले हैं क्या? You eat mango, you eat the pulp, then the skin and the seed is left. Are we going to eat that? Or we just leave that behind? There's a great joy of such a person who has risen to there. Yaha sacha me priyaha. Bhagavan says, this devotee is most dear to me. Continuing, Anapeksha shuchir dakshaha udasino gatavyathaha sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha. So over here, again, 6 more qualities are there. In the last shloka, there were 3 qualities. That brings it to 15. So with shloka number 16, 21 qualities so far enumerated. The 6 over here, anapekshaha. Anapeksha, there's no want, absolutely no desire which shakes the antakarana from the inside to vibrate, to create a movement for a want. Still antakarana. There's no movement. There's no desire. The movement comes from a desire, a thought. But over here, anapekshaha, the one who depends upon nothing, wants nothing. His dependence is on Anandam Brahma, bas. And upon realizing that I am that, and he, and that alone I am, what else will they want? Highest joy they have tasted. They want nothing. Anapeksha, shuchihi, incredibly pure. The insignia of a pure person is the quietude in which they dwell. They're so clean on the inside, and that cleanliness on the inside expresses on the outside as a divine simple living. There is nothing complicated in their presence, in their possessions, in their living. Simplicity in living. Daksha, they are dexterous. No desire, no movement, yet they have the knowledge of anything and everything. But over here, for a jnani, a definition which is given is Shruti, Smruti, Puran, Itihas, Nyay, Mimamsa, Sarva Shastranam, Adhyanan, Adhyapana, Artha Prakashana, Anushtanam, Anushtapaneshu, Sarveshu api chakarmeshu, Bodhum, Bodhaitum, Kartum, Karaitum, Samartham iti daksha. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Learning all aspects of Vedas and its angas, Shruti, Smruti, Puran, Itihas, and all the darshanas and everything, to learn it, to teach it, to practice it, to make others practice it. And such a person who has acquired dexterity in all this is what is accepted as daksha, according to Shankaracharya ji and the commentators, Anandagiri, who has given commentary further on Shankara Bhashya. They are only interested in, because according to them, the greatest bhakta is only jnani. So, what is the dexterity of a jnani? A jnani should know all these things. So, anapeksha shuchi dakshaha udasinaha. Such a person, udasinaha, unconcerned with the events which are unfolding in the fabric of Maya. In fact, they become an onlooker. They learn to observe the world of plurality rather than participate and comment on it. This is the inner stillness allows them to observe, and no comment is generated. Udasinaha, gatavyataha, untroubled. They are not bothered by anything. Any events which create even a disruption in their living, even then they are not bothered. They even think of that as an act of God. Oh, Bhagavan ne ichha hua hoga aur kya? So this type of inner conviction, which doesn't allow them to come into any purview of action, they remain still at the level of mind. Sarva arambha parityagi. Sarva arambha parityagi. When do we start any action? Whenever there is a desire and the mind accepts the desire and it thinks about it, and then it pushes the desire at the level of the senses to act upon the world of objects, and an action is created. So sarva arambha, to engage in any type of action, the base most intention is required. There is not even an intention. So that is what is mentioned over here. Renouncing all undertakings. That is called intention, which is a precursor to a desire. Even that is emptied out, meaning the Vasanamaya kosha is washed. This is how there's no fuel even for an intention. Yaha bhakta same priyaha. Bhagavan says this type of devotee is most dear to me. Most dear to me. Yo na hrishyati na dveshti, na shochati na kankshati, shubha shubha parityagi, bhaktiman yasame priyaha. So again, 5 more values are presented over here. So total 26 values Bhagavan has presented as a bhakta. What are some of those? Na hrishyati, na dveshti. The one who does not rejoice and the one who does not hate. Now you may think that some of these ideas are repeating, but actually they are not. When now it is talked about as the one who does not rejoice, the joy, they have reached such a superlative degree of joy that the joy that we know of is not even in their drashti. It is not even available in their antakarana to even process. The bhakta has reached such a joy, and there is no comparison even to that joy. Taittiriya Upanishad tries to measure the joy of a devotee, and it talks about a joy of a simple person, a joy of Indra, a joy of Bruhaspati, so on and so forth. But it is still an imagination for us. It is a comparison. But the one who has reached the fountain of bliss, the worldly events which produce little joy, which is capable of moving the equipment That is what is talked about over here. The equipment itself is not affected by anything. That is called harsha. We see a family having a baby and we congratulate for that bundle of joy. We even call it a bundle of joy. There's an arrival of the bundle of joy. And we congratulate them. Oh, it's a boy, congratulations. And they are happy. Now, their happiness, if they are our best friends, it's going to rub on to us and we will be happy. We will come home after congratulating. How nice. I'm so happy for this family. They've been wanting a child and finally they have a child and I'm so happy for them. And their happiness, which makes us happy, actually, it is our antakarana which rejoices. So an external event became a cause for the equipment within to express joy. So external events, objects, people, situation, which are capable of modifying the inner equipment, that modification of the equipment to express in a particular way, that is gone. That is called over here, na hrishyati. They cannot be modified in any way. Na hrishyati, na dveshti. No external event can modify the equipment which is permanently changed. It is called parivartanam. In technical language, when milk becomes yogurt, can that yogurt ever go back to becoming a milk? No. This is what happens to the equipment. The equipment is permanently changed. This is the insignia of a exalted yogi, bhakta, jnani. We will ourselves have to go through that to know it. We can copy Raman Maharshi ji, we can copy Sri Ramakrishna Paramhamsa, but it will only be copying. We can never be Raman Maharshi ji. We have to go through what he has gone through to understand his devotion for mother, or go through the sadhanas of Jnana Marg to understand even a wee bit of the teachings of Sri Ramana Maharshi ji. Equipment is modified. So, yo na hrishyati na dveshti. And if it is not modifying, how will there be na shochati na kangshati? So, what our equipment is capable of going through, theirs will not go through it. Na shochati, grieves. Bhagavan starts Bhagavad Gita with Ashocyananva shochastvam prajnavadamsya bhashase. Shoch, you grieve, Arjuna, for that which should not be grieved for. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjana tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vetta parantapa. Oh, I know all the births, Arjuna. You don't. And you think these kings and your cousins, your teachers and your gurus and grandshire and all of them, they are going to die. What can I tell you? So there is no grief. Bhagavan Krishna is smiling on the battlefield. Imagine that. This is na shochati, na kangshati. Kangshati, a desire. Arey, what desire? Everything has come to an end. Shubha, Ashubha Parityagi. There's no such thing as Rahu Kalam. There's no such thing for them. Arey, what Rahu? What Ketu? So the entire Kal Sarita becomes auspicious because they realize the whole Maya rests on the bed of all these things, and they've known the Lord of Maya. Thus, Shubha Shubha Parityagi Bhaktiman Yasame Priyaha. What titiksha it must be for that jnani to live the life after realizing. When they realize the whole thing, like Mandukya Upanishad says, the whole thing is illusion. And yet, they are a mark of awareness and consciousness in the pool of illusion. Such a bhakta, pap, punya, agnan mein sab hai. All these things, it's only there in ignorance. They have come much higher than that. Samashatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayoho shitoshna sukha dukkheshu samasanga vivarjitaha. Samashatrau cha mitre cha. Like friend and foe, they cannot even divide the world into two divisions because they see the whole world as nothing but just the expression of absolute. How can they divide it? So, samashatru cha mitre cha, friend and foe, they are all considered as one. There is no foe, there is no friend. Tatha manapamanayoho. In man, in honor, apaman, in dishonor, there is no such thing. Relatively few people will give honor, few people will give dishonor, few people will say amazing words, few people won't, but it doesn't bother them. Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu, hot, cold, joy, sorrow, the dvandvas, the pairs of opposites. Tapovanji Maharaj used to wear one simple gown. You know, tomorrow is the Aradhana day of Swami Tapovanji Maharaj, Guru of our Swami Chinmayananda. And he left his body January 16th, 1957, Brahma Muhurtam, 3:35 a.m. early in the morning, and it was Purnima, full moon. And such a divine soul who lived in Uttarkashi, in Gangotri for so many years, a simple ochre gown. Even to possess the second one was a burden to him because he felt after washing, a part of the mind has to be invested to look at it, to see if it is still there on the string drying. Then what to talk of a jacket, a sock, shoes. There was no such thing. He had risen above complete body consciousness. Shita, Ushna, cold, hot. Sama, Sukha, Dukha, Sama. Such a person, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati eva. Kasya sukham na karoti viragaha. Ahaha. For a person whose vairagya is the most exalted, what joy will they not abide in? Meaning, vairagya alone brings the exalted joy, where it is devoid of any types of duality. Samasanga vivarjitaha. They are free from all different types of attachment. Sangha vivarjitaha. Sangha, all different types of attachment. Vivarjitaha, devoid of that. So those who have risen above it. Tulya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachita aniketa sthiramatihi bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Tulya ninda stuti mauni. Such a person, mauni, a silent one, for ninda and stuti, it is equal, tulya. Whether somebody censures them, whether somebody praises them, it is just some prattling of sounds of creation, like chirping of the birds. One bird cuckoos and the other one coos. Bus. As per the gunas of Prakriti, people make noise. And they are unaffected by the sounds of creation. The only sound they surrender to is the inner sound of perfected intuition, which guides them and leads them to the abidance in Brahman, that I am, I am, I am, I am. Other than that, the world is. And if it is expressing existence. But I am expressing awareness. They bask in the abidance of I am. Nothing bothers them. Ninda and stuti, they become the sounds of creation. It is a nature of a dog to bark and a cat to meow. That's all. It is a nature for some people to exaggerate stuti. And it is a nature of certain people, they will always see the cup half empty. What can you do? So, ninda, it will be there. It's not our job to change the world. So, this bhakta remains where they are. Santushto yena kena chita. Such a person remains completely content. Yena kena chita, with whatever arrives, whatever departs, nothing disturbs them. Aniketaha, very beautiful name. Gurudev rarely named a brahmachari Aniketa Chaitanya. Otherwise, we'll think a poor person will not have any place to live. Aniketa, of one over here, Gurudev says homeless. We have Shanti Niketan. All these different names are there. Vallabha Niketan, Shanti Niketan, Guru Niketan, abode of Shanti. It is a Aniketaha, abode of nothingness. Person has no dwelling place. Everywhere. sthiramatihi. The intellect is sthira. So sthita prajna of second chapter over here, sthiramatihi. Buddhi, very beautifully, sthiramatihi. Bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Best among the men has now become a bhakta. And who is this Bhaktiman? Brahmakara vritti. Over here with 1831 values, with 1936 values, Bhagavan presents 36 values. We can pick one and work on it to qualify ourselves to be bhakta. Ye tu dharmyatmrutamidam yathoktam paryupasate shraddadhana matparamaha bhaktastetiva me priyaha te bhaktaha me ativa priyaha. Bhagavan says that all these devotees, bhaktas, they are very dear to me. And who are these bhakta? They are ye tu idam dharmyamrutam, this amrutam dharma, the law of dharma, yathoktam shraddadhanaha matparamaha paryupasate. Those endowed with great faith and matparamaha, those people who are resolved in the goal as me, and the means which I have talked about yatha ukta, in the way in which I have talked about these five, paryupasate, the ones who tread this path of sadhana, these people are very dear to me. These five different types of devotees. We can start at one, and with his krupa, we will end with the fifth one. His krupa is required. Even to come to that first one, he has brought us over there. He said, we've roamed around enough in this samsara to come to this. He started out on Monday with 100. Today we have 72. It's a journey. To stay committed even to 5 days on that path to apprehend this, his krupa is required. Otherwise, some work will come. Even if my desire is there to see and watch, something will take me away. What to do? I remember in Austin, this one doctor used to come on Sundays. Swamiji, I pray this phone doesn't ring. Otherwise, if I'm on call, my Gita will go away. And please, Swamiji, please don't feel insulted. I'm coming in scrubs. I will sit in the corner and I will walk out. But I really want to hear the pravachan. Many a times she has come and said, aaj to Bhagavan ki krupa mil gayi, Swamiji. The phone didn't ring. Sometimes on the way, she's dropping off her kids and the phone rings. He says, Swamiji, aapka darshan bhi aaj to nahi hua. Kya kare? I was on call. She's, of course, tending to, patients who are in need, but yet, desire is to listen to Gita. But mauka nahi milta hai, kya kare? And like this, the life ebbs away. Kala kridati gacchati ayu. And we look for that one fine day for retirement. And at the age of 64, stroke comes. I'm not painting ill pictures or anything. I've seen this. I have seen this. sincere good people. लेकिन क्या करे, हमको भी मालूम नहीं है हमारा प्रारब्ध, हमारे प्रारब्ध में क्या है, कल के लिए क्या है. अरे forget about कल, next moment क्या है, next moment what is lurking in the tunnel of time, we don't know. But if his grace is there, the time will bless us. So Bhagavan says, Te bhaktaha me ativa priyaha. How will he show that they are really dear to me? He will make sure they go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 as quickly as possible. That is called Te bhaktaha me ativa priyaha. This is his special blessings onto us, that he allows us to stay put on our sadhana. The means and the goal will be reached before the body falls. I invoke the grace and blessings of Bhagavan Krishna onto all of us. I thank Chinmay Mission Pittsburgh for creating this platform of virtual yajna of the 12th chapter. We were able to meet even in the platform of virtuality, yet we were able to meet, learn, grow, and incur some blessings of Bhagavan to progress in our spirituality tomorrow. So I thank Chinmay Mission Pittsburgh for creating this platform for us. I thank all of you viewers in all different time zones across United States, and some are catching up even in India. I am getting emails. So I thank all of you for cashing in on Ishwar's Krupa on our lives, because without you, who would we serve? And I'm eternally grateful and thankful to, I have a picture of Param Pujya Gurudev over here, Chinmananda, who gave me this and who is allowing us to partake a little bit of wisdom from this platform which he has created. May his blessings be with us. May the blessings of Bhagavan Krishna be with us. May the blessings of Mother Smruti Devi, Bhagavad Gita, may Mother Gita bless us. May these shlokas just open up from inside out and nourish our life. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Bhakti Yogo Nama Dvadashodhyayaha. Hari Om. This concludes the 12th chapter.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om,
Thank
Swamiji.
you.
Thank you,
Hari
Swamiji.
Om, Hari Om. Please let me speak. I'm not done yet. We are going to have Gurudev's Aarti. So I ask Suresh or Vishala to lead us into Gurudev's Aarti.
Hari Om, Swamiji. Ganesh, can you?
Thank you.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So, dear Swamiji, before we formally offer a vote of thanks and do the Gurudev Aarti, all the volunteers here at Chinmay Mission Pittsburgh would like to make a small offering as an expression of our gratitude. So, we have very fond memories of Puja Swamiji's visit. So, we would like to offer some gratitude to you, and hopefully Swamiji will also remember some of the good times that Swamiji had here at the Mahasamadhi camp in 2019. So all of these pictures, they all have Swamiji here. So this one over here, this one, we had a great time in 2019. Some pictures. I hope that the banana leaf meal was memorable, Swamiji.
It was fantastic.
And just some more pictures here. So Swamiji, at this point, I would like to pass the mic on to Shri Vishwesh Ramanathan, and he's one of our volunteers to do the vote of thanks.
Hari Om, Swamiji, and Hari Om to all the sadhakas. My name is Vishwesh. It's my privilege to give the vote of thanks. Swamiji, you started the discourse on the first day by telling us that introducing 12th chapter is the smallest chapter, but with tall messages in it. But you made it even taller with your profound explanation over those 5 days. We often focus a lot on karma yoga and jnana yoga and bhakti yoga. We think it's in our pocket. But I think in the last 5 days, you have explained Bhagavan's beautiful messages in a very systematic way, highlighting all the deeper meanings and intricacies of bhakti yoga. During satsangs, we kind of have our intellect sharpened for Shravanam, but I felt like we did Shravanam, Mananam, and you gave so many pointers for Nididhyasanam. When you kind of punched out those powerful words of Bhagavan, like avyaktam, achalam, achintyam, I think those words are kind of going to help us reflect and integrate in our prayers going forward. Also, I think we also learned how to learn a shloka. I think you kind of showed us the way of word by word, looking at the Sanskritam words and understanding those meanings was so beautiful for us. As you said the other day, we are all in the jail cell of our own home, but I think we are all the blessed prisoners for the last 5 days to listen to this beautiful discourse. So from all the bhaktas and budding sadhakas like me, a very heartfelt gratitude for helping us in our spiritual journey, Swamiji.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
A big shout out to CMP for bringing this discourse in this new year and bringing us all together. And a special thanks to our bhajan singers who helped us prepare and tune our mind to receive this knowledge on Bhakti Yoga. Thank you very much. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Beautiful message.
Swamiji, now we'll do the Aarti.
Yes.
The video will be spotlighted right now. Okay.
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की दिव्य रूप मूर्ति करुणा की आरती सद्गुरु की चरणों में
उनके शांति समाये शरणागत
की भ्रांति मिटाए पाप ताप संताप
हरण की
आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की वेद उपनिषद गीता को गाया धर्म सनातन फिर से जगाया शुद्ध नीति प्रीति शंकर की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की
सिद्धबाड़ी की तपोभूमि में नित्य विराजे गुरु हमारे
भक्त हृदय आनंद स्रोत की आरती श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की आरती सद्गुरु की
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भासा सर्वमिदं विभाति। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। हरि ओम। थैंक यू सो मच।
हरि ओम स्वामी जी।
हरि ओम एवरीवन। हरि ओम।
हरि
जल्दी आओ।
हरि ओम स्वामी जी।
हरि ओम, नमस्ते।
हरि ओम नमस्ते
ओम
प्रणाम।
नमस्ते।
प्रणाम।
हरि ओम स्वामी जी।
हरि ओम हरि ओम।
हरि ओम।